This is Nicole Listema, and I will be conducting your weekly weather briefing from the National Weather Service in Atlanta for Thursday, October 15th, 2020. We do have a few things to talk about today. We'll talk about the impacts that occurred from the remnants of Hurricane Delta that moved across last weekend. We're going to talk about the start of the fall frost freeze season, the 7-day forecast, the severe weather potential for the next 7 days, and what's going on in the tropics. The remnants of Hurricane Delta moved across Georgia last weekend. At this time, we have 7 confirmed tornadoes for the National Weather Service in Atlanta's county warning area. The strongest tornado currently was an EF1 that occurred in Newton County. The rest of the tornadoes at this time were classified as EF0s, with 2 in Coweta County and 1 each in Pike, Clayton, DeKalb, and Gwinnett counties. Additional surveys may be needed, but we do hope to wrap them up by the end of the week or early next week. In addition to the tornadoes that occurred, we did have some heavy rainfall across portions of north and central Georgia. The heaviest rainfall axis occurred north of Interstate 20 and along and north of the Interstate 85 corridor. Portions of northeast Georgia had 4 to 6 inches of rainfall with some locally higher amounts. 4 flash flood warnings were issued. A small mudslide was reported in Lumpkin County. 13 swiftwater rescues occurred in Fulton County, and many road closures occurred due to high water. I want to take a second to thank our emergency manager and media partners for relaying all of the tornado and flooding reports. We greatly appreciate the effort and time you put into this. It is October, so the fall frost and freeze season has begun. The National Weather Service in Atlanta issues 3 frost freeze products. The first is a freeze watch, and that is issued when there's a 50% chance or greater chance of minimum temperatures at or below 32 degrees during the growing season. Now, this is typically experienced across the majority of a county. The freeze watch is issued 12 to 24 hours out from when the freezing temperatures are expected. Now, the freeze watch can be upgraded to a freeze warning. This typically occurs within the first or second period of the forecast. For example, that would be today or tonight. And the freeze warning is issued when there's an 80% or greater chance of minimum temperatures at or below 32 degrees during the growing season. The last product issued is a frost advisory. This is also issued within the first or second period of the forecast. For example, that would be today or tonight. A frost advisory is issued when there is an 80% chance or greater of significant frost occurring across the majority of a county. Now, the optimal conditions for frost development are minimum temperatures of 33 to 36 degrees under clear skies with calm winds. The fall growing season will be declared over when the majority of a county reaches a minimum temperature of 28 degrees or on November 20th, whichever comes first. Now we'll get into the forecast for the next 7 days. Currently, high pressure is situated across the Carolinas. There are 2 cold fronts that stretch from the central Great Lakes back through the central part of the country and even into the desert southwest. These 2 cold fronts are expected to move through our area on Friday. The first cold front could bring a chance for isolated showers, and behind the second cold front, the cooler and drier air mass will arrive. On Saturday, behind the cold fronts, high pressure will set up across the southeast states. The drier and cooler air mass will also settle over the southeast states for the remainder of the weekend. Temperatures will be slightly below normal for the weekend, with the coldest temperatures expected Saturday morning. And the temperatures will begin moderating back to normal or slightly above normal values for early next week. Speaking of cold temperatures for Saturday morning, temperatures could dip into the middle to upper 30s across portions of far north Georgia. Calm winds and clear skies in combination with these temperatures could lead to the potential for some patchy frost. For the remainder of the weekend into the middle of next week, high pressure remains in control of the sensible weather with little, if any, precipitation anticipated. The 7-day severe weather potential also remains low for the area. An isolated thunderstorm is possible through tonight, mainly across the very far southeast outlook area ahead of the weak cold front. An occasional lightning strike would be the primary hazard. That general thunder outlook shifts to the Georgia coast tomorrow ahead of the cold front, and the remainder of the forecast period should remain mostly dry with only isolated showers anticipated. The tropics remain active, however, no tropical systems are expected to impact the United States through day 5. The National Hurricane Center is currently monitoring 3 potential disturbances out in the tropics. The first disturbance is near the Lesser Antilles and has become less organized, and additional development is not anticipated at this time. A second potential disturbance, a broad non-tropical disturbance, is expected to develop east of Bermuda and track slowly west, passing between Bermuda and the Lesser Antilles through day 5. And a third potential disturbance is expected to develop over the southwest Caribbean Sea by early next week. Gradual slow development is possible as it moves west-northwestward. And just as a reminder, tropical season ends November 1st. So to wrap it all up, quiet weather is expected for the next 7 days. The severe weather potential for the next 7 days is low. There is some potential for patchy frost across the higher elevations of North Georgia overnight Friday into Saturday morning. The tropics remain active, but no systems are anticipated to impact the United States within the next 5 days. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.